Hello there and welcome to this 11 plus verbal reasoning exercise called code pairs. So here we'll show you exactly how to work out code pairs and what the best technique is to use to understand how to actually work out the different words and codes. So first of all, we have here a word, and next we have what we call a code, and then we have a word, which means for this question we need to work out the code. So the words are shown in code. So if the code for neck is OFDL, what is the code for vase? So what I tend to do is I write out the letters at the top, and then I try and work out what the pattern of those letters will be. So let's work out N to O. So N to O, using the alphabet, please do use the alphabet, is +1. E to F, we can see here, is also +1. C to D is +1, and K to L is also +1. So now we're going to write out this next word, which is vase, V-A-S-E, and we're going to do exactly the same thing. You see, because it's word to code and word to code, we are going to plus our pattern. We're going to use the plus formula. Word to code, because it's exactly the same, we're going to add. So V plus 1, using our alphabet, is going to be W. A plus 1 is going to be B. S plus 1 is going to be T. And E plus 1 is going to be F. So our code in this case, or our answer in this case, is going to be WBTF. Okay, because it's word to code, all right, exactly the same. We're going to add these, and that's why we have the adding formula here. Let's move on to the next question and show you how to work out the next question. So let's work out the formula first of all. So the first formula is word to code, and now we've got code, and now we need to work out a word. Okay, so let's just write this out for you. So word to code, and then we have code to word. So because this is what we need to work out here, word. So because they're opposite, word to code, code to word, we are going to do the opposite in our formula. We're going to use the opposite formula. So the previous question had word to code. So we're just going to do the plus, which will be the same. But here, we're going to use the opposite formula when we're going to work out these questions. So let's just write these down. So brain, B-R-A-I-N, comes to I-M-D-H-N. So I like to write these out vertically. Let's put a line here so we don't lose track on what we're supposed to be doing. So it's nice and neat. So B to I, let's count from B to I. So B to I is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So +7, let's write this down. So remember, we're going to make a word here. So word is what we're looking for. R to M. So R to M, we're going to go backwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So -5. A to D is 1, 2, 3. Always make sure that you use the alphabet. +3. I to H. I to H is going to be -1. So let's just write down here -1. And N to N is going to be 0. Now let's work out what our next pattern is going to be. Let's write out the words. So our next code, let's write out this code. So Z-O-D-S-E. And remember, we're going to do the opposite because it's word to code and code to word. So Z +7, but we're going to do -7. So Z -7 is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's an S. So O is -5, but we're going to +5. Remember, we're going to do the opposite. So O +5 is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is going to be T. D +3, but we're going to do -3 in this case. So D -3 is 1, 2, 3, which is A. S -1, but we're going to +1 this time. So S +1 is going to be I to H, yeah, I to H is -1. So we're going to +1 here. It's going to be T. And E, because it's 0, it's going to remain 0. So we'll keep E as E. So our answer, or our word in this case, is state. State means a country. So that's how you work out code pairs. Please do watch this video again if you'd like to get a recap and an understanding of how this is done. Try your best, and in our next lesson, we'll go through these questions in much more detail. Good luck.